Hi entrepreneurs! Today I'm going to show you how to fix the horrible lag issues when you're crossing regions. If you own parcels on two regions and you're trying to build something on it, often you're going to be kind of stuck with this whole region crossing stuff that happens. So I'm going to show you a couple of little tricks and let's see if you can fix this. These have worked really great for me, and I suggest that there's two fixes and you can choose one to fit your own situation. And I'll show you why there's two fixes and how they differ, okay? All right, so here I am. I'm in one region called Morrison, right? And this empty lot here is in a different region. Look what happens when I try to cross into it. Right. Ooh. All right, so I fell in underneath and it lagged me out, okay? And if I go the other way, the same thing happens most of the time. Right, and that's not something that you want to be happening. It didn't happen so much coming in, but coming out is really bad. Okay, so here are the two solutions. Oop, here we go again. Here's the two solutions that you can work with. One of them is that you can, oops, there's a big thing there. You can lift the ground to match your prim, the prim that you have on the ground as ground, right? My prim is that tall, so let's see if I can do that first. This is the easiest thing to do. So what I'm gonna do is actually put in the strength to full, and I'm going to raise the land all the way up to see how high it gets. All right, so before I do that, just in case it pushes me out, I'm gonna click on fly so it doesn't mess me up. Okay, so oops, I forgot to choose the land. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Okay, terrain. That should. Oh, sorry, I should have done it here. Okay, let's go back to here. I want to raise it all the way up to see how high it can get. This is brand new land. Strength. All right. So in this situation, what I would do is I would raise it all the way. I would flatten it. Okay. And then I would lower the strength quite a bit, and I would lower it a bit at a time until my prim is just showing like that. And oops, okay, so I'll go one up and I'll show you why. Okay, so that's one up, and then I will grab flatten, strength maximum, size maximum, and I would choose one of here and then flatten the whole lot, because otherwise it can mess up your you can have holes, you know, because with the flatten didn't actually flatten it completely. You can work and, you know, do those little bits after. All right, now let's try it and see if it worked. Stop flying. All right, so we're going to go back to the other. Okay, so I would have to fix it there too. Okay. Now let's try here. Yeah, see, now I can cross it. Did you see that crossing? It worked. So that's one of the hacks that you can use. And over here, I haven't done that. So yeah, I fall into the ground there. And I can do the same fix on this side. Okay. Now the problem comes around when, when your land doesn't go as high as your prim. Okay. So let's imagine that the land, let me just lower it again. As you can't see it because it's right on the edge. So here's the land. Okay. Oops, sorry. All right. Edit terrain. And I'm going to lower it. So we're going to pretend here that that's the maximum you can raise your land. And this happens quite a lot between regions. and then you can't do that little trick that I showed you to fix the sim crossing. So in this situation, what you do is you go to your stable sim, the one that causes you less issues crossing into it. And what you're gonna do is on your here I have a big, do you see? What's it called? Trim, right? And so let's see where the other one is. I'm getting really close. Oh yeah, here we go. All right. Whoops, there it is. All right. And I'm stuck. This can happen a lot, and it's very frustrating. If you get stuck on the ground like that, what you do is you go to the bar, up there is a, let me just take this off a moment. Overlay. All right, let me just take the overlay away a moment. Okay, do you see up here you have your SLURL? You just add another like 10 meters here on top. So this is how you fix it real fast. Okay, let me put my overlay back on. All right, perfect. So how do you fix it when you're kind of stuck because your land doesn't go as high as your prim? What you do is you create a very large prim on your edge, okay? Make sure the group on both parcels are the same. And then you, yeah, so here we go. We're gonna call it, always name your prims like we talked about before, okay? Because otherwise if they get returned to your inventory, they're called object and you don't know what it is. So this is a region crossing fix prim. Okay. Now I'm gonna stretch it. Okay, just do that for now, make it easier to stretch. And with this particular region, we're going to have to make 2 of them because this place is pretty big. So, and you're going to create a prim that is on the border of the 2 regions. And then you're going to make it go next door as much as you can, okay? And this will help out. This way. Oops, didn't work out that way. I did it too big. All right, up to there, I think. That should be close enough to the edge. And over there, I'm gonna have to add another piece there. So what I'll do is I'll just calculate about half so I can make 2. And then you make it the big space on both ends of the region, okay? Now look and see what happens now. Okay, so let me just jump up, get out of the prim. Okay, stop line. All right. That's not working for me. Let me just see, make sure it's not phantom. It's not phantom. Okay, so something particularly weird is happening with this prim. Let me just get out of it. Could be lag. All right. I'm going to make it a little bit thinner. Stretch. All right, I'm gonna, yeah. Let me see if I can get on this prim. Yeah, now it's working. Now look what happens when I cross the region. I'm in Morrison right now. Oh, it didn't work. Okay. Okay, so why is it not working? The reason it's not working is because I made it half and half, right? So like I made it actually less than half and half. So I'm gonna just move it over to there and I'm gonna stretch it less to make it less this way. All right. Again, I'm gonna do the trick of jumping up 10 meters. Okay, oops. I pressed it on the wrong place. Where did I end up? I don't actually know where I am. Let's go back. Okay, now we're back. So yeah, play around with the size of the prim. I found that if your prim is slightly narrower and longer, and it goes a good ways into both of the regions, it works better than if it's a full-on size prim. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, we're in Morrison right now. We're going to cross over to the next region. Okay, we're crossing over. Boom! There you go. You didn't fall in. You see? That fixed it. Perfect. All right. The separation of the two seams does cause that little disappearing act, but it shouldn't throw you under the prim. There you go. That's how to do it. So one prim, crossing both regions, really elongated. It either works if you elongated more on one side than the other. That I find that works better. Or you can put it like I did here, and it actually did work when it's half and half, half on that region and half on this region. But if it's not working for you, you can just move it all over to mostly be in one region and minimize the other region as much as possible before it stops working. Let's see if this works better. Yep, it worked great. There you go. And then what do you do with your fixer prim is you lower it under your other two prims. That's what you do. So these are the tricks that Linden uses for their road system. And I hope you enjoyed it. And let me just show you what it looks like when you hide it. Or you can make it transparent if you don't want to hide it. There you go. So now, yeah, you can hide it or you can make it transparent. And it will work just the same. Let's see. Let's cross over. Yep, there you go. Perfect. I'm not falling into the prim now. Right. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, make sure that you stay within the TOS of Second Life. Don't put your prims over other people's property. And I'll see you next time.